Hello, welcome to the Magic of Compassion. I'm Little Woo, and today's question is how to let go of cherished people, places, and experiences to make space for the new. You need to make space for new people, new places, and new experiences. Thank you so much for that question. And I like to kind of talk about letting go in terms of two broad categories of letting go. One type of letting go is when we need to let go of painful things, unpleasant things, resentments and grudges and things that have been hurting us. That kind of letting go can be really difficult, and it involves working through forgiveness and a type of healing that comes from truly understanding the situation and then coming to a place of compassion. That's how true forgiveness comes. So that's that type, and we're not talking about that type of letting go today. The other type of letting go that is part of this question is the letting go of cherished things, things that you have wonderful, fond memories of, things that you adore, whether it's a person, a place, an experience, or a thing, a cherished doll from your childhood or a cherished outfit that you've worn forever. These are all types of cherished things that at some point we might have to let go of. And when we say, well, and when we need to make space, that's one reason. So I'm going to focus in on that reason, making space for the new things that are coming in. And I know that for this person, they're referring to, at least partially, to a move that they're making to a different country, a different city, a different life. And so when you look back and you see, oh, I'm having to leave behind wonderful friends, a community, a home, even a climate perhaps that you loved, there's a lot that you might be leaving behind, and that can be really difficult in that transition. And so I want to talk about 3 things that you could focus on that might help you in that release and letting go process, especially because this is different in that you're actually releasing things you really love and cherish. And there is sometimes this attachment that can come, and we can even develop kind of a nostalgia syndrome where we just live in the past and we can't stop thinking about the things that used to be. And we've seen that happen sometimes when people get together and have reunions. They kind of, or hang out with friends from their past. They just kind of get in this time capsule and they get stuck in this place of just fondly remembering what was, and being kind of locked into that place. And I've talked to a friend who has moved somewhere where she's noticed this happens a lot to people there, that they just are with the same people, the same old things, the same old patterns, and they find it really hard to move on because they're so attached to the good old times. And so this moving on and this letting go is not a disrespect for the past. It's not that you've stopped loving the things that used to be. It's that you need to move on and create a new chapter and experience new things. And life is calling you. You're being called to a new destination and a new life experience. So this is very exciting, and I know that this person is actually really excited and sees the value of this transition. The 3 things to focus on are, one is actually related to the unicorn principle, that a part of a set of principles that I'm writing about right now. It's going to be a part of my first book. And so one of the unicorn principles, and unicorn being something that is very sacred and magical and beautiful to you, is that you can celebrate its existence in the world, even if you don't personally own it, or if you can't chain it or tame it. You're here to celebrate its existence. And so that's part of that unicorn principle of, wow, this thing that I love, it's still out there. In many cases, a lot of things that this person loves, the people that she cares about, the place that she loves, the city that she's loved to live in, those places are still standing and they're still existing. And for that alone, you can find a great sense of joy that it still exists. Can you imagine loving something and knowing that it's still out there in the world, that it gets to change people's lives and bring beauty? That's something that brings me great joy. For example, there's a place that I've gone many times in the past called Burning Man, and even though I haven't gone for a long time, I'm really glad that it still exists, that it still creates so much beauty and joy for all the people who are able to attend and all the future participants. So that kind of joy of knowing that something exists on this planet is something that you can take all the way to the end of your life, where you go, I'm so glad that that thing existed, that person, that relationship, that beautiful place, that beautiful experience, and I can celebrate in my memory and know that it's out there doing its magic. It's out there doing its magic, and I celebrate it. So that's one practice. If you can, be in that space, it'll help you feel the continuation of the magic. The second practice is the practice of presence. So where you find yourself, if you bring yourself into the moment as much as you can, use all your senses. It's like this multi-dimensional appreciation of this current moment. That also takes you away from attachment to the past and, the nostalgia syndrome. Nostalgia itself is wonderful. It's a fleeting moment of appreciation for something in the past. But nostalgia syndrome is the stuckness. And so releasing the syndrome is to be fully here now and going, how can I appreciate everything that I'm sensing, feeling, taking in right now, all the new people and places and experiences and things. And that full presence is so powerful, to be able to just embrace what is right now. And then the third practice is the appreciation of essence and not form. So form is the way that this thing came packaged in. So perhaps friendship that you miss is because of the great fun and humor that you shared with each other. So you had good times, you were laughing a lot, but that's what you're missing. So the essence is possible to be experienced from another person, another place. And so you just take the essence of what you really loved about that person and that experience and that place, and you can recreate it or cultivate it or enjoy a different variety of it where you are now. So maybe the next person that you spend a lot of time with is humorous in a different way. For example, I have a wonderful friend who's super funny, and it's a very particular type of comedy that I love. It's just, I can't even define that type of comedy, but it's just really kind of dry and kind humor. And yet I know that the essence of humor is present in everyone that I meet. And so then I watch for that. I watch for that type of humor from each person, or different types of humor, I should say, that come from each person. So some people are very slapstick, and then some people are very whimsical in their humor, and then some people have a really great punchlines and really clever and witty kind of witticisms. So that's all the different kinds of humor that you can start to treasure, and you go, that's the essence of what I love, and I get to experience that. And I can remember that person's humor and that essence and not be attached to the form that it came in. So I don't need to be so attached to that person being the source of that type of joy. I can find that type of joy, from many types of sources and from within myself. Most importantly, the things that you cherished most about the places and people and things actually are externalizations of the things that you care about that are within you. So if you loved the beauty of a certain place, that place actually exists within you. It's your aesthetic personality. It's your aesthetic profile. It's your aesthetic blueprint that is activated, that is within you. Your love of beauty is what is common here. And so everything that you appreciate about the essence of those things that you're letting go, you're going to carry all of that with you wherever you go, and you're going to find it in different varieties and different forms, and you're going to still be able to recognize the existence of the essence. And that is really how you're channeling your love, is you're channeling your love towards the essence of things, not the form of things. And this helps us be more unattached to the people that we love. So it's not that we don't love them, or that we're just brushing them aside and very casual. And people sometimes think of unattachment as this kind of cold and sterile ability to just walk away from things. But it's not that at all. It's the deepest form of appreciation love. is that you're carrying the love so deeply in your heart that you can carry it even when the form is not there. So it's the ultimate form of love. It's the love of someone's essence. And then you can love them beyond, the shape of their body, the shape of their circumstances, and even the flesh that they're carried in. You can live and love them beyond their flesh, so that when they are gone, even if it's from death or from other types of transitions, or just from you having to move away, you'll be able to cherish and love them so deeply that they'll feel like they're always with you, because they actually are. They are with you at every moment because of the love that you carry in your heart and the essence that is always within you, the awareness of their existence and the awareness of your love for this type of person, this type of place, and this type of experience is with you forever. And so in a way, when we come around to the full question again, you've never really had to let go. You continue to carry this in your heart. And so I am really excited for the new places and people and experiences that you're going to have. And I know that you are an infinite being with infinite love capacity. So you're going to hold the love for all the things you've loved before in your heart. And you're only letting go of form. And you're going to let in new forms so that you can get to the essence of the new forms. And you're going to have such a blissful time falling in love over and over again and expanding your love capacity. Lots of love to you from the Mermaid Pirate Lagoon, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Mwah. If you're curious about my one-on-one sessions, workshops, or online classes, visit littlewood.org. Lots of love.